We will begin with Nick Newman, who will navigate his onboarding using ServiceNow's mobile app. ServiceNow presents Nick with his onboarding tasks in a secure environment, ensuring that all steps comply with regulatory mandates for information security. Nick's equipment selection is facilitated by ServiceNow. Asset selection adheres to the requirements of securely assigning equipment to new hires, ensuring that only authorized assets are distributed. Nick reviews and confirms delivery details with a secure and auditable system as mandated by cybersecurity regulations. Now let's take a look at this from our asset manager Casey's point of view. Casey uses ServiceNow's hardware asset workspace to manage assets in accordance with regulatory guidelines for secure asset lifecycle management. ServiceNow displays current asset requests, providing a compliant tracking system that aligns with cybersecurity event management protocols. ServiceNow's catalog tasks facilitate secure sourcing of items, ensuring that all purchases comply with the organization's cybersecurity policy. ServiceNow ensures direct allocation of software entitlements to employees, a practice in line with policies on access privilege and user authentication. Casey's review and confirmation of purchase orders in ServiceNow ensures that asset procurement complies with cybersecurity controls and record keeping. Using ServiceNow, Nick's receipt and confirmation of the laptop are secured and logged, meeting regulatory standards for asset tracking and accountability. ServiceNow allows Casey to review active asset records, ensuring they are up to date and reflect the current usage per compliance requirements. Casey's exploration of software licensing through ServiceNow aligns with cost optimization and compliance with software management regulations. ServiceNow enables Casey to conduct a thorough vulnerability assessment, fulfilling the regulatory mandates for cybersecurity risk management. Now we'll take a look at this through the ServiceNow admin view. ServiceNow provides the admin with tools to verify compliance with risk controls, aligning the mandatory risk management protocols. ServiceNow admin wants to review Microsoft and look for optimization opportunities within Microsoft Project. The admin can see they are under deployed for Microsoft Project and require 17 additional licenses. Instead of purchasing new licenses, he can review removal candidates and reclaim the software and reallocate those entitlements to users who need them, instead of purchasing new entitlements. This is a prime example of how the admin was able to optimize the licenses and get into compliance for Microsoft Project. Now we're going to take a look at this from Carla's point of view. Carla wants to review the impacted configuration items and search specifically for Nick's laptop. Overall, what we are seeing here is how ServiceNow can have a full visibility into her organization and its vulnerabilities and remediation activities, but she can also look deeper into specific assets as well as manage and be informed of their progress, ensuring that they maintain security posture. The risk team needs to review any potential risk associated with this asset and ensure it is meeting the criteria set when it was put into operation. The risk manager navigates to the risk workspace to complete this review. From here, they can see the overview of his risk to the organization along with the risk scores and continually monitor and identify high impact risks. They can also see pending tasks or tasks related to their group and act on those from here. When the laptop went into operation and was discovered and brought into the CMDB, the appropriate set of controls were assigned, which can be cross-mapped to other relevant frameworks. Now let's fast forward to a later stage in the asset lifecycle when an employee is offboarded. Our HR manager, Maria Davies, has a one-on-one with an employee, Amos, where she discovers that Amos would like to pursue opportunities outside of the current organization. Maria, giving due respect to his decision, decides to initiate the separation process for him and will complete the offboarding steps for reclaiming this asset, which will then put the asset into queue for disposal. Next, we will look at what Amos needs to do from his view in terms of separating and returning his asset to the organization. Amos has just 2 weeks before his last day in the organization. he has little to no knowledge, do's and don'ts, about the separation process at the company. So Maria has already raised the request on his behalf. Amos logs into the employee portal to complete his steps for separation. There is a pre-designed resignation letter, which he can leverage to speed things up on his side, as well as a separation FAQ to provide further clarity on the process. In addition, the process to help Amos return his assets, in this case his laptop, has been initiated, including a prepaid shipping label to help him send back his laptop to the company. Now that the employee has offboarded and the device has been reclaimed, the final stage of the journey of an asset is for our asset manager, Casey, to dispose of the asset. Casey navigates to the hardware asset workspace to review all open disposals and necessary steps. Throughout each step, Casey will follow the best practice workflow to ensure proper completion of the disposal process for this device. This includes ensuring the certificate of disposal documentation from the disposal vendor has been attached to the record before being closed. Casey chose to dispose of this laptop, but she could have chosen to donate it to an underprivileged community, thereby reducing the volume of waste disposed and helping charities. Both are part of her company's ESG initiatives. In the ESG management workspace, Casey can view the sustainable IT dashboard, where she can monitor the amount of assets disposed, reclaimed, or donated. Her company's ESG team will use the metrics on this dashboard to monitor performance of all ESG goals in the organization in one place.